Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing his truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right, this is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch. This is going to be a brief video, and it's concerning this short interview you see on the screen. Now, one of the brothers that posted this story a few days ago in the chat, and now I've just come across this video, which is basically, an interview, a mini interview with the man who, he unalived his girlfriend. Now, not only did he, unalive her, but it's the way that he done it. He actually, he took off, her head. All right. He literally, took off her head from her body. And this image you see on the top right hand side, of the screen, I believe that's when they found him at the actual site where the act was committed. And he actually had the head, beside him, on the floor, very gory, very horrific. And, it just goes to show how Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is really turning up concerning the judgment, of you women, all right? Because within the last year or so, I've done a multitude of videos going into similar ways of, women getting taken out, being judged for committing, the act of adultery upon a particular man that they're linked to, all right? So, we're in a very, very heavy time, all right? And things are becoming more ancient, upon the earth, concerning the way people are taking things into their own hands and executing judgment, Now, of course, we know, through the spirit that these are things that, you can't do in this kingdom, all right? These are things you can't do and that you shouldn't do, in this kingdom. But as you can see, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, is putting them spirits of vengeance out there, upon the earth, all right? And things like this are only going to intensify, all right? And, the brother Yashalam, he had done a video not long ago concerning, this woman that got robbed, all right? And that was in Babylon, all right? A woman that just got, robbed for everything that she had. So, things of this nature make me think of, Jacob's trouble and how bad things are really going to get in the land of America, man. All right, it's going to get really gruesome out here. And especially when, these women are not going to have that point of call, in Esau, Edom, the authorities, so on and so forth, and all hell breaks loose. Just think of how terrible things are really going to be, all right? Just think of some of the decisions that, particular men are going to be making that have been putting up with, all kind of bullshit all their life from these wicked-ass women. You got men, that have been put on child support. Okay, you got men out there that have been lied upon, by these women. Their life has been made, a living hell, off the back of a woman. Okay, the list just goes on. All right, so when all hell breaks loose, you can just imagine, the kind of things that are going to be transpiring in these times, man. But as the scriptures tell us, all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. You can't fulfill, the strength of the law, in this society. You just can't do it, because you will end up, in jail. You'll be locked up, because Esau doesn't respect the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Let me get right quick. I believe it's Psalms chapter 50 and and verse 16. And it reads, "But unto the wicked the Most High saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or what thou or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee." All right. So in this world, all right, Esau, in his kingdom, he doesn't respect the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, nor does he implement them in his society. All right. And then even when you have, these certain African nations, they implement certain things, from a biblical standpoint, what happens? They're demonized because of it. All right. Especially, concerning Mos. All right. They'll outlaw that, and then, they'll receive threats or sanctions, from the Western world, to force them to change their stances on particular outlooks that are more biblical. All right. So that just goes to show that, Esau is a hypocrite. All right. Because he uses the Bible, he tells you to swear upon the Bible in his court system, which is off in itself. You ain't supposed to do that. But yet still, he doesn't uphold the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. But these laws, all right, are going to be reinstated in the kingdom of heaven. All right. When Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Christ, makes his return, man. All right. Yahweh Shai, that's his name. His name ain't Christ. His name ain't, JC, Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai, and his father's name is Yahweh. All right. Now I'm going to play this video, all right, because they're basically going to ask him, some questions concerning, the motivation for why he done what he done, and he's going to go into a bit of, detail, but, just watch his responses, and let me just play the video.
So that you can actually put yourself in the position that kind of person is going through. So that was why I didn't have any regret, because we were actually compatible. So that was why.
So, Mr. Timmy, please narrate how it happened, what you saw that made you kill, and how you did it. What happened on that day?
What happened on that day was very simple. I caught her cheating on me, and so I brought it to her awareness that she was cheating. She refused. She didn't want to accept until I showed her the chat and showed her what she did, what she admitted, and told me she was sorry. It's never going to happen again. That was what happened.
So afterwards, you now asked her to go into the bathroom. What happened?
After that, I told her to go into the bathroom. She went to the bathroom and started some things. Immediately started those things. I couldn't take it lightly. I had to go into the room of where I can get some certain things that happened. So I took the knife from the restroom and went it to her. Immediately she was lying her hand down. I held her neck and I did what I had to do, and that was it.
All right, so that's that's the explanation as to what transpired, and led to that act, being committed. All right. Now, what you just witnessed there, let's get it right quick. In Proverbs chapter 6, and I'll start from verse 32. "But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. he that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. All right, so this is making reference to the man who may be sleeping with a woman that belongs to another man. All right, it says, a wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. Now here's the point, verse 34. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. All right, so jealousy is the rage of a man. All right, so in that video, what you just saw is an example of jealousy is the rage of a man. All right, he went to a great length. All right, and he I'm getting tongue tied. He displayed, all right, his rage, upon that woman, all right, because of jealousy, all right. Salakia, he displayed his rage because of what that woman done, all right, and made him, jealous, to the point of him, carrying out that act, So again, for jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. And it says in the NLT, for the woman's jealous husband will be furious, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. All right, and that's exactly what happened. This man didn't show any mercy, when he took revenge, to the point of, removing, her head from her body, which is, that's some heavy stuff, man. All right, that's some real heavy stuff right there. But again, who's behind that? Ultimately, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, all right? The Lord ultimately put the spirit upon that man, to carry out that judgment, all right? That's why I quoted earlier, Sirach, the 39th chapter, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, all right? So that's what I really wanted to get, in this video. Lord willing, it was edifying, and until next time, I'll say shalom.